All right, let's talk about something incredibly important today. We're going to build a financial shield for you and your family. And to do that, we need to break down two super crucial tools: health insurance and term insurance. Let's dive right in to see why you absolutely need to be thinking about this. Just imagine you get a call like this. It's a friend, a family member, there's been an accident, and now they're staring at a massive hospital bill. It is a complete nightmare scenario, right? And honestly, it happens way more often than we'd like to think, and it can just shatter a family's finances in a heartbeat. Just look at that number, 5 lakh rupees. And that's not some crazy exaggeration, it's the reality of what a single medical emergency can cost in India today. For most people, a bill like this means wiping out their entire life savings, or even worse, getting buried under a mountain of debt. And this isn't just a one-off story. A sudden financial shock of this magnitude, it's a real and constant threat for millions and millions of families all across the country. Now, here's where it gets, well, kind of scary. Look at the scale of this problem. A staggering 80% of the population in India is uninsured. Let that sink in. That means 4 out of every 5 people you know have absolutely no safety net. None. They're completely exposed if a medical catastrophe hits. I mean, we all saw this play out in the most brutal way during the COVID-19 pandemic. It was a massive wake-up call. We saw how one single illness, with hospital bills climbing to 10, 15, even 20 lakh rupees, could completely bankrupt a middle-class family, erasing years and years of their hard work just like that. You know, it's so easy to think, I'll get insurance later. But that is one of the biggest financial risks you can possibly take. Why? Because this threat, it's not just sitting there. It's actively getting worse every single day. Let me show you what I mean. This chart right here explains everything. While the cost of your everyday stuff, your groceries, your fuel, is going up by about 2.75%, medical costs are just soaring at 12%. That means your potential hospital bill is getting more expensive 4 times faster than everything else. Every single day you wait, that financial risk just gets bigger and bigger. Okay, so the problem is clear, it's urgent, and yeah, it's growing. But, and this is the important part, the good news is that the solution is surprisingly simple and affordable. It really just comes down to creating a defense with 2 key financial shields, and each one has a very different job. So these 2 shields work as a team, but they cover different things. On one side, you've got health insurance. Think of this as your personal bodyguard. It pays for your hospital bills, your doctor's fees, all that stuff when you get sick. Then on the other side, you have term insurance. This is the shield for your family. It protects their financial future if you're not around to provide for them anymore. 2 different shields, 2 totally crucial but separate jobs. So what is term insurance exactly? Well, it's the simplest, most pure form of life insurance out there. It's super straightforward. You pay a small amount of money, the premium, for a set period of time, like, say, 30 years. If, God forbid, something happens to you during that time, your family gets a huge payout. If you live past the term, the policy just ends. That's it. There are no investment returns, no complicated features. It is just pure, unadulterated protection. And you know what? That simplicity is its superpower, especially if you're just starting out. You are getting pure protection. You get the lowest possible premiums for the highest amount of coverage. There are no hidden investment fees to worry about, unlike with other products. And it's just so simple to understand. You're buying peace of mind, not a complicated financial puzzle. Now, this is the real kicker. This is what I really want you to see. You can get a 1 crore rupee safety net for your family for about 500 rupees a month. I mean, think about that. For less than the cost of a few movie tickets, you can put this massive financial shield in place. It's one of the most powerful and shockingly affordable tools you can have. Let's look at some real numbers, so this isn't just an abstract idea. For a 25-year-old who doesn't smoke, a 1 crore cover could cost as little as 435 rupees a month. For a 30-year-old non-smoking woman, it's even cheaper, around 378 rupees. But now, look at this. If you're 35 and a smoker, that premium almost doubles. This just goes to show you why it's so important to start early and, of course, stay healthy. Okay, so you get the why. You see how critical this is. Now let's talk about the how, because getting yourself covered is so much easier and faster than you probably think. It's really just a simple 5-step process. First, you hop online to a comparison website and just look at the different plans available. Next, you do your basic KYC with your Aadhaar and PAN card. You might have to take a quick medical test, but the insurance company usually pays for that. Step 4 is super important. You add your nominee. That's the person in your family who will get the money. And finally, you just pay online and boom, the policy's in your inbox instantly. It's that easy. Now, to give you a bit of a head start on your research, here are a few plans that are consistently rated really well. For term insurance, you've got names like HDFC Life, Max Life, and ICICI, which are known for paying out claims reliably. For health insurance, companies like Star Health, Niva Bupa, and Aditya Birla are really popular. Now, of course, this isn't a recommendation, but it's a great starting point for you to do your own homework. Okay, before we wrap up, I need to give you what is probably the single most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. When you fill out that form, be 100% honest. You have to disclose any and all pre-existing medical conditions, no matter how small you think they are. Hiding information is the #1 reason that claims get rejected later on, and that just defeats the whole purpose of having insurance in the first place. So we end on this simple question. After everything we've just talked about, the huge risks, the rising costs, and the simple, affordable solution, you really just have to ask yourself, is my family's peace of mind, their security, their future, is all of that worth less than 500 rupees a month? I think when you put it like that, the answer's pretty clear, isn't it?